Hey everybody, Tammy C. Walker, the owner of Dreams Are a Reality. Oh yes, I created this channel to provide light and love, and oh yes, dreams really do come true. They are a reality. That's why I created this channel. On this channel, you will find information about buying a home, about relationships. Sometimes I throw in a little sports or celebrity stuff, but mostly I do talk about relationships, self-love, self-awareness, how to improve your life, going to therapy. Maybe I might talk about vitamins, juicing, all things good. Okay, you all positive. With a little humor, with a little music. I'm gonna sing, add a little song or songs in there. But ultimately, this channel is to help you. Okay, so I'm going to dive right in. Today's video is about toxic relationship signs you keep ignoring. A therapist explains. That would be me, Tammy C. Walker, a licensed clinical social worker. So I do have couples that come to see me. So the things I talk about are things I learned in school, which I did learn a lot about couples in school. My own research I've done outside of school. Using workbooks. I definitely use workbooks to help me. And I was married before. I have had long-term relationships. So some of this is my own experience and mistakes. Okay. So before I start this video, do not think I'm trying to bash you if you match some of the things I'll be talking about. This video is to help you, not to tease you or make you feel bad. Sometimes we are doing these things out of habit, how we were raised, or we just don't know. It could be a number of things. So don't feel bad. I'm not doing this to make you feel bad. My hope for doing this video is that you will watch it, but also take something from it and maybe get support if you are doing these things or if some of these things are happening to you. So let's jump in. Again, we are talking about toxic relationship signs you keep ignoring. So I'm using the internet to help me, but it's good information, so don't worry. Toxic patterns in picking a partner often stem from repetition compulsion. It is an unconscious drive to recreate unresolved childhood dynamics in an attempt to finally master or fix them. You all agree? While many toxic traits are shared across genders, societal expectations and socialization can lead to distinct patterns in how men and women select and engage with partners. I agree. So it's saying like these toxic patterns can come from our childhood. I won't give you examples just yet, but think about your childhood. I know I had some toxic things that went on in our family. Now, just to give you a little background about me, I grew up in a two-parent home. Dad was 13 years older than mom. Both of my parents are deceased. And my dad was a functional alcoholic. So I saw some things going on. It wasn't per se it wasn't physical abuse, I'll say that. But sometimes he would talk a little rough to my mom. And by him being older, and she was real pretty. So I don't know if he was intimidated. That's not the word I want to use. Insecure. So maybe intimidated too because she was really nice looking. Not saying my dad was bad looking. He was a nice looking guy, but he was older. So maybe that was some of it. I'm just, putting two and two together, speculating. But nevertheless, I grew up seeing some things, which probably is the reason why I selected the mate I selected as a husband. So just throwing it out there. Okay, let me see here, you all. I don't have my readers on. Well, I don't have my contact lenses on. I'm trying to freestyle this, and it looks like... Hold on. Okay, here we go. Common shared patterns. Familiarity bias. The brain often mistakes the chaos of a toxic partner for chemistry because it feels familiar to early upbringing. If you are a lady and your dad did not come home hardly or abandon you, or maybe one of those dads where he'll see you for a few years or months in a row and then disappear, you could get in a relationship where you feel the guy is in and out and it's okay because that's what dad did. This feels familiar and maybe this is okay. That's just an example. Men, if your mom was in and out or she didn't raise you, you may resent women or you may not trust women. I remember dating a guy. His mom made a comment like, I should have aborted you. I hope I'm not too far from the mic. I should have aborted you. And I remember him telling me that. He was like, I don't trust women. I don't trust women. But it is no but, because that's fair. If your mom, your first connection with a lady said, I should have aborted you, imagine what that made him feel with other women. Are they going to run out? Are they going to feel like I'm not good enough? Hey, I'm not good enough to be kept. My own mom wanted to, not have me. So that probably, and it did stay in his mind because he told me. But the thing he was doing incorrectly, he was a cheater. So two wrongs don't make a right, because your mom did you like that, going around cheating on good women is not right. And the lady he was with prior to me, after the smoke and the veil came off, I saw that was a pretty decent lady that he had messed over. And I just felt like it wasn't fair. I even kind of started siding with her, especially after we broke up. I was like, it was him. It was him. Now, she had some things going on too, but the man probably drug her through the ringer because he was cheating and she really loved him and thought she had something. So that's not fair. All right, let me keep going. Low self-esteem. I think this is one of the most common traits among men and women. Individuals with low self-worth may subconsciously choose partners who reinforce their negative self-view, believing they don't deserve better. Example, as a lady, you've been dating guys that didn't show up. They didn't treat you like the woman that you are. They did not value you. So you meet a guy. He takes you out. He comes by a couple of times a week. You go to his place. You all have been together 6-7 months. And you start really questioning things. When is the bottom going to fall out? Does he really want to be with me? Why would he pick me? He could pick any other woman. He picked me. Boom, low self-esteem. You don't even feel like you're worthy of being with this guy. Now, here's a second part. This is why I preach and push self-love. When you take care of your mind by meditating, going to therapy, when you take care of your body by exercising, drinking water, taking vitamins, when you take care of your soul, if you're a believer, by praying, reading the Bible, reading some positive, journaling, then that might go with mine too. But then you would draw in men and women, like-minded people. If you are doing all those things, taking care of yourself, a man that's not about nothing, he's not going to even try to be in your aura. He may talk to you, he may not. But when he see like, this lady take good care of herself, she don't need me. And it's not so much that, but is he going to come and add to your life, or is he going to come and match what you're doing? Probably not. So he's going to be gone, bye-bye. Same with a guy. If you are in the gym, you are positive, you attend church, or whatever you do to keep yourself positive, some negative cursing woman that's drunk all the time, she's not going to be trying to talk to you, because she'll know, hey, this guy, I'm not going to say out of my league and all that. We don't align. Let me put it like that. We don't align. That way I'm not bashing nobody. But you all know exactly what I'm talking about. That's watching. Woo! It's hot up in here. And I don't want to turn my air on because it is loud. So I got to keep the gravy train going. But did that make sense, what I'm saying about that self-love? It goes back to that low self-esteem. When you have self-love, this raises your worth. And believe it or not, it raises how you feel about yourself and your self-worth. But believe it or not, even going to the movies by yourself, ooh, I feel good. Trying a new club with a bunch of ladies that step or dance and men raises your self-esteem. Going to a singles event, maybe they're going hiking or doing a running club, self-esteem is going to be raised. You're taking a cooking class, you're learning an instrument, you are learning a new language. All of these things make you feel better about yourself. Keeping your hair together, keeping your makeup on point or natural. Maybe you started like my cousin. She's growing out locks. That's her new thing she's doing. My other cousin, both two people, very close to me, growing out locks. It's nice to have a new journey. Do something for you. Ladies, Do something for you, because we have wigs and weaves. I'm not knocking it because I wear a quick weave every now and again. I wear crochets. But it doesn't mean that we have to give up on our hair. I don't know how to comb my hair. But then you need to book an appointment and let somebody pamper you. That'll be part of your self-care. A guy. Don't you all feel like this? Whether he wear dreads, fade, bald, you want to see him groomed. Nobody don't want to see nobody looking like a caveman. Okay, these are a part of our self-worth and higher self-esteem. Things we do for ourselves. Fear of abandonment, loneliness. It kind of ties back to the guy I was talking about. Sometimes we have fear of abandonment. Maybe mom said, I wish I had never had you. There we go. This fear can drive people to rush into relationships, overlooking these blaring, obvious red flags. When you have fear of being alone, you will grab any old thing. My mother used to work at the post office. She said, this lady said, I'm praying for a husband. Sure enough, the lady comes waltzing in with this guy. My mom said he looked like he was homeless. I'm not trying to pick on the homeless, but she was saying she prayed for that. But it was probably the lady got scared. I'm never going to meet anybody. Didn't want to be alone anymore. First bus came along, she jumped on him. And that probably wasn't even who God sent for her. We're not picking on the guy because of how he looked per se, but that fear of abandonment will cause us to, or being lonely, will cause us to pick a guy that half works. He's in your house eating up all your food. He's driving your car. Now you're at a deficit because you got to work overdrive to keep this guy. I remember when I dated the guy, he lived on one side of town, I lived on the other. I was always at his house. This is 20-some years ago. I had to keep his house clean. He barely had furniture. I'm helping him in his place. I'm neglecting my own place. Now, my place was clean because I was never there. And plus, I keep my place clean. But I felt like a maid. And I said, I never dated another guy like that. I was like, I can't keep this up. You need to clean your own house. You need to take care of your stuff. I'm not your maid. Definitely not at this age. I wouldn't even dream of doing stuff like that. But my self-esteem was low. My dad had just passed from a massive heart attack. My ex-husband filed for divorce. Abusive ex-husband filed for divorce. So my world was shattered. So anything that walked by, not anything, but guys with the drama are the guys that I gravitated to. I hope I'm not moving too far away from the mic again. I hope you all can hear me. It seems like a pretty good mic. I pray. What about that savior complex? Some individuals are drawn to broken partners, believing that if they could fix the person, they would finally be worthy of love. He just got out and I'm buying him a car and I put him on my bank account. No. Well, she been having a rough time, so I'm paying all her bills this month. What? Women, do what you want. My channel is not to tell you what to do. But if you want a life of love, I'm just giving you advice. My advice. You can take it or leave it. I do not expect my guy to pay my rent and his. That's just not something I expect. Okay, now I know some men help ladies and some men give a little money. Whatever you got going, that's okay. But I don't expect my man to pay 2 rents. If I was in a relationship, that's not cool. I wouldn't put that on nobody. Of course, I expect for him to treat me good, which is what I got in my last relationship. But I did not expect for him to pay my rent. Okay, he has a home just like I do, and that's just not fair. To each his own. I know what's going on. I'm not naive. It's not my first rodeo. I know some women, they in it so the guy can fly them around. He buys them clothes. He may even get them plastic surgery or whatever. Man, look, this is me all day, every day. West Side girl from Chicago. I don't knock your hustle. I don't knock your grind. I am saying on Dreams Are Reality, this is a channel more, I'm not saying if you do that, you can't watch my channel, you do what you want. But this channel is more like, I would say borderline Christian based. I'm not saying I don't do it all right. So I try not to put parameters on this channel because I don't want nobody saying that I said blah, blah, blah. But I lean more with the right way to do things. Not perfect, because I am not. But I try to do things the right way. For me, God holds me at a higher standard. And when I do stuff wonky, trust me, the ramifications are bad. So I just try to walk the straight and narrow. I sin just like the next, but I don't go around using up people for stuff. I work hard, and God has been good to me. And whatever He's going to give me, I want. So I don't want to block my blessing by using somebody. Some people feel like they come up when a guy getting money or a man taking money from a lady. Hey, do you, but that's not what this channel is about. Patterns more common in women, these toxic patterns. The pursuer role. In the toxic demand withdrawal cycle, women are socialized more frequently into the pursuer role. This is what we do. We can make emotional demands for change while your partner withdraws. You calling. They not saying one word. I've been in that. This happened to me. It happens to me because I am the one that wants communication. But men, you all got to stop doing that when you have a good woman and you have a conflict, and then you withdraw, or you get overly busy and you withdraw, and we don't know what happens. And so us being nurturing, we're trying to patch it up. It gets tiring, and you're going to mess around and miss out on that good woman, and then that's going to be what you deserve. Idolizing potential women. Idolizing potential. Women may be more prone to fall for partners' potential that get you in trouble than their current reality. He just got out of jail. He doesn't have credit. Oh, well, he's a good person. Potential gonna get you in trouble. Stay into the reality. What's going on now? Often staying in hopes that their nurturing will unlock a better version of the person. You with a guy, he has a challenge. You support your man. You with a lady, she has a challenge. You support her. You don't run off into the sunset. But new people, we are not building people, women. I'm talking about the women right now, then I'm going to go to the men. Empathic overextension. Women are often socialized to be highly empathetic, there's that word, and self-sacrificing, which can attract a narcissist who thrives on attention without reciprocity. You calling. You buying him gifts. You complimenting, and he taking, and he taking, and he taking, and he taking. No. We got to stop doing that. And we go hard in the paint. We will cut off friends. We will end therapy. We will stop church to keep up with that man. And this is when we in trouble deep. Nobody needs nobody. Love is a choice. It's a choice to be with somebody. You're not going to not make it if you're not with that person. But women, we can go hard. You all know what I'm talking about. I've been there before. I've been there in a very dark place and just very codependent on someone. And it didn't end well for me. It really didn't. You don't end up with the guy, and then once you heal and get better, you don't even want that type of guy. So some of the patterns common in men, toxic patterns, the savior trap. Some men are specifically drawn to partners who exhibit extreme vulnerability or emotional instability as a challenge, deriving self-worth from their perceived ability to rescue them. You're in a restaurant with the lady, she's storming out. She hanging up in your face. She's showing out in front of your family. You gonna go save her. Well, she had trouble. She has mental health challenges. You just met her. It's not your job to save her. No. She's got issues. And sometimes that could cost you your life. You mess with somebody unstable. You are not no savior. No. Sometimes as soon as we see those red flags, when you in it real quick, get out. Don't even stick around. Withdraw as power. It's still kind of what I was talking about a little bit earlier. In conflict, men are more frequently socialized to play the withdrawal role. And they use emotional disengagement or stonewalling as a way to maintain the status quo or to avoid an argument or engulfment. Men do not like to argue. They rather get stomped on by 10,000 elephants. Except 50 Cent. I don't know. He seemed like he like a good argument or back and forthness, whatever. But typically most men, some men, they don't like to argue. They would disengage. They will walk away. You may not never hear from them again. They don't want to be bothered. Now, some, you got your rarities or you got your different. We always gonna have the difference, but quite a few men do not want to argue, so they'll withdraw, which is not good. You need to be able to talk it out. You and the lady or same sex, whatever. You need to talk it out and communicate like adults. Running away is not going to work. One day you're gonna wish somebody had stuck around and talked to you. We take too much for granted. Traditional dominance pressure. Some men strongly adhere to the rigid traditional norms, or masculine norms. I'm sorry, not norms, masculine norms. So they seek partners they can control, dominate, and this leads to abusive or coercive dynamics. Fatal attraction. And sometimes it's the lady that does stuff too, but a lot of times the man dominates on fatal attraction, that show, and the lady ends up unalive because he's isolated her. Next thing you know, she's not here. Red flags. Men, we got to stop this. We got to stop this. It's a new world. Now, I follow the Bible, the tradition, man is the head. And I know some women, they making more than men. They want to lead. Personally, I don't do that. And I don't make more than somebody that I'm close to. But I'm just saying, I still let my man lead. And I'm not saying I'm submissive because we're not married. But I do let the guy guide the relationship, because I can't tell. I can't say, will you marry me? He has to say that to me. So it's certain things I do. Yes, I get it. It's a different world a bit, but a man is a leader. And I do try to be with men that I trust. I haven't been in a lot of long-term relationships, okay? I've been married before, I'm divorced, and I've been in a long, long one. And I definitely believe in that. That's my opinion. And it works well for me. But you got to be about something to lead me. So I know women that are watching, you are strong women, you are successful, you are smart, you are beautiful. That I know. I see some of your pictures. I talk back and forth with you. I'm not telling you to downsize yourself. I said something on LinkedIn one time, and this lady jumped in. Oh, now we got to dumb myself down. So for starters, I don't argue on the internet, so I didn't even respond back. I don't have time. I don't argue in person, so I'm truly not arguing over the internet. We all have our opinions, and this is my channel, Dreams Are Reality. I've had it for a long time, so these are my opinions. You could take it or leave it. That's just how I feel, how I run my life. You do you, boo. That's probably my tagline for my channel. But yeah, a lot of these things are things that definitely go on, okay? So in closing, how do we break the cycle? We identify the red flags early. You are just as smart as I am. We see this stuff. Soon as we meet somebody, they start talking to us. A lot of times, the red flags are blaring. I mean, just blaring like a clown wears a red nose, or Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Bump, bump. You see it, and you be like, something off with this guy. I don't think we're going to be a good match. It's okay. Go with that and get out of there. Men, she pretty and all. She thick. She good looking. She this. She not for me. I admire guys when they do that. No, it was just no. It's okay. Everybody not for everybody, in the words of Jill Scott. Redefine chemistry. I had butterflies. Ooh, is that really butterflies, or is that red flags? Or is it some toxic energy coming off and it's making you nervous? Look for stability and peace. The butterflies could be anxiety or a trauma response. Stability and peace. Now we got to be honest. Some people, men and women, they love drama. And if you are stable, if you are peaceful, you are boring. They gotta get slapped sometimes. I know that sounds bad, but they used to be in, somebody hit them in the face or somebody spilled a drink on them. They love it, the thrill of it. If you're peaceful, keep your house clean, they come over you, give them some food or some dinner, she boring. No, she's stable and peaceful. Maybe you need to check yourself. Set clear boundaries. Practice communicating needs early and be willing to walk away if those limits are repeatedly ignored. If you work out 4 days a week, you get a new girlfriend, don't stop your regimen. You keep going to that gym. Don't let nobody stop you. That's part of your health. Ladies, if you attend church and you are a part of the choir, don't stop because your guy doesn't go. You continue with your life. We are individuals. These are boundaries. No, sweetheart, I go to bed early, honey. You call me at 2 in the morning, I'm probably not going to answer. I go to sleep early and I turn my phone off. Now, you could have it come through if it's emergency or whatever, but sometimes people need 8 hours. Some people funny about their sleep. I don't, but some people funny. So if it gets too bad or you feel that you grew up in a household where you didn't get along with your parents, you grew up in a foster home, you had trauma in dating, something happened, or you just feel like you need to talk to somebody. This is where www Psychology Today comes in. Put in your zip code. If you want an African American, if you want a lady, if you want Caucasian, Asian, whatever type of therapist you want, put that in your insurance and get you some help. Now, if you work for Target, Chase, I'm trying to think of some more, or Sephora, you may have Spring Health, you may have Modern Health. See, each company gets 6 sessions. Some people get 10, some people get 8, some people get over 10. So check and see if your company has those benefits. For sure Target does, for sure Chase does, for sure Xfinity does, and for sure Sephora does. And it's a whole lot more companies. So see about EAP. That should be 6, 8, 10, 12 or more sessions per year. You don't pay anything. You just book it and show up. Take advantage and get the help. Maybe you haven't dated much. Maybe you are divorced. Maybe your ex cheated on you. Maybe they left you with the kids or a baby. Maybe there's trauma from your parents. Whatever it is, talk to somebody, okay? So I did talk about the toxic traits today in dating. What do you think? Drop me comments. If you need help, you live in Illinois, I would be more than happy to have a session with you. If you are outside of Illinois, we could do life coaching. That I can do. I cannot do therapy though because I am only licensed in Illinois. Alrighty, drop me comments. I read them all. I respond to them all. Tammy Sharice Walker, gotta go. I want to watch some more playoff basketball, but I'm finished anyway. I'm not rushing you for basketball, even though I love NBA playoffs. Alrighty, take care. Take care of yourself. Watch out for red flags. Watch out for toxic people. You do deserve love. You do deserve somebody that really treats you like the beautiful woman and the handsome man that you are. Bye. Thanks for watching, most importantly. Bye-bye.